my goal is to try to get people who can't understand where we're coming from, where you see what's going on in the world right now.
I panicked a little bit.
Hey man, it brings back the old days.
But I was always ready to go. Like, oh, anytime you show up to the party with this, it better be drinkable.
All right, man. So
cinnamon.
thanks for tuning into that. And now we're gonna jump into what I like to call the meat and potatoes. I've said that many times, and I will say it many more.
All right.
And because you know what? First off, we ain't going nowhere.
No.
I do want to say this because it hit me right now. I'm wearing all this angel shit today because our esteemed colleague, Anthony, Good Time Tony, I asked him, hey man, you coming through tonight? He said, I'm gonna take my son to a fucking Angels game. And I thought, right on, brother. You fucking show him the ropes. You take him. Hey, watch the video, Anthony. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe you guys can all become Angel fans.
It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. I get car sick. Rent a bus. That's fucked up because the little black kid, I'm scared of cars. I had to live in one. You know what I mean? That's kind of fucked up right there. We won't jump into that. But you guys know what I mean out there. All right? So why couldn't a white kid have fucking lived in a bus? His dad was a Angels winning pennant. I have a lot of beef with that movie if you're not catching it. Anyway.
Comment down below if you guys know. We'll be impressed.
Yeah. If you don't know, I'll be disappointed. Okay, that's an easy one. I want to see a lot of comments like this movie was this, the first movie was this, second was this. Yeah. Anyway, so jumping right into it. I was thinking today, man, I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, I like seafood, but I don't like the work it takes to eat seafood. Seafood's a real pain in the ass. Lot of it.
It is.
My favorite seafood, mussels.
Okay.
It ain't no work. They come, they're already open, you just done.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it.
Can't wait to see that clip.
Yeah, I know. Fucking see this. Like, oh, you just. I'm not even gonna.
Even the audio itself.
I know. It was great.
How?
Hey, that's how you eat fucking mussels.
That's going to be my new text tone for you.
Is it a slurp sound?
I had to do it one more again. Anyway. So I'm curious, man. Do you like crab? Crab is my number one fucking thing that like it's good. So I said like people make gumbo. I know you guys don't know what that is, but let me
relax
break this down
all right.
for you. All right, it's basically like a stew for poor people, right? Like it's just like shit. Hey, what the fuck we got in the fridge? Throw it all in the pot. Let's make this shit work. It's one of my favorite foods in the world. My stepmom makes it, man. Like she knows, like you better fucking call me. You call me because I'm gonna fuck that up. But they always make crab with it. And I'm always like, I don't want the crab. It's too much work.
Skip that part.
It's too much work and not enough fucking reward. You know what I mean?
I
Like
agree.
you put all this effort in and then you get nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
You're sitting there like fucking, you know what I mean? Like trying to use whatever tool you have, the stupid things, trying to blow it out.
Yeah, there's like
there's
like the fancy pliers or whatever the hell you're supposed to use on
you
the
like
legs.
crack it. I'm like, I could bite it and crack it. I don't need this shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's too much work, and like it's nice or whatever. I feel the same way, like crab legs and like pistachios are the same way. Not that pistachios are that hard to
back up with pistachios.
Well, just listen. What I'm saying is like if they were already open and out, like okay, it's easy.
You can buy them like that.
Yeah, well, but I mean
They're
with crab
expensive.
legs,
I wouldn't eat pistachios open, to be honest.
no,
I would.
You wouldn't trust
I
it?
would.
No, I feel like it's like sunflower seeds. I want to crack
Part of
them.
the fun-
I don't want to buy the
but-
pack that's all kernels.
But do you
and shit.
crack pistachios in the mouth like sunflower seeds?
I might.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
I think the act of doing something is.
You
I
usually
see.
pop. Yeah, you pop it open.
Right. But then it's like,
But-
what do you do with all the shells?
But you get that one pistachio and it's like not open at all, and you're like, well, what the fuck is this,
Yeah.
dude?
That's
like,
when you gotta crack that
Yeah, you
motherfucker.
gotta get the hammer out. You know what I
You
mean?
just bite that thing.
How determined are you? How determined are you? I just throw that shit in the cup with the rest of the shells.
Yeah, I'm like, this one's not gonna work.
I just crack it and rely on my dentist. Like, is this thing in or not?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just like, no, I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's too much work.
Yeah.
You could go to fucking hell.
lost sale.
Give it to
over
the
there.
birds.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They'll peck the fuck out of this thing. I don't care. Yeah, fuck that.
Fair enough. But yeah,
but-
crabs like
Crab, it's just too much work, too little reward.
Yeah, but in regards to crab, I just feel like it's not like you don't eat it all the time. So I feel like if you do, okay, I think there can be an annoyance that comes with it, but I think you should. It's almost like teaching you to slow the fuck down and appreciate.
Have you seen me eat, James? There ain't no slowing down. son.
Crab's not for you.
Yeah, it's not. I'm all snapping it in half. Like, what the fuck, dude?
With your speed, you're all finger foods.
Yeah, but you know what? I found a trick to crab. You take a pair of scissors and you just slice that motherfucker right up the middle, and then now all the meat's exposed.
Yeah, but if you go to Joe's Crab Shack, they're not handing out safety scissors. They give you those stupid little things.
God damn it!
All right.
God damn it! I'll slice that motherfucker right open.
I mean, you guys.
I thought he was gonna. I was like, what are you gonna do? No, you can't do that.
You know what I mean?
The fuck down. hey. This fucking shell won't open.
Yeah.
You brought claws to a gunfight, motherfucker.
Yeah. If you've never heard, just stay out of his way.
Comment down below if you know.
Yeah.
If you know.
If you know that movie, it's real life,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? It's Minamines podcast movie. Also, our movie is coming out soon.
Yeah, that's in the works. Spring 2024.
Yeah. Because we're going to perfect it.
Sundance. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a hit.
IFC.
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking hit. IMDb. You know what I mean? Rotten Tomatoes, dude.
I like
Run
how-
DMC.
I like how he's realistic with the date.
Wait, what?
We'll be like 2022.
Well, I mean, if you said like this year, no one's going to believe
I would have
it.
said like next month.
No one would believe that.
We're going to just fucking iPhone shoot it and shit.
Shot
So,
on
no, he's
iPhone.
right.
Shout out
no.
iPhones.
Yeah. I just the commercials. You
And
guys do
one
that.
Samsung.
God damn. Hey, what's the best quality video?
You know what?
Finger Anyway, another food like that, shrimp.
Oh, scrimps.
Scramp.
Scramps.
Oh my god, I got a story.
I love them scrimps.
It's kind of embarrassing.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so anytime, all my experience with shrimp, it's already been like, deshelled, deveined, whatever. Like the most I've ever had to do was just take the tails off, right?
Yeah.
And usually that's in like a sushi roll. So one
the
time,
end piece.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, you don't gotta do anything.
Nobody wants to grab those.
Right. I'm like, hey, you want one? It's this. But I mean, it's like the butt.
Take it.
It's like the butt
Yeah,
end of
the
a
bread.
bread.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
I'll eat that shit too.
You gotta
I'd
the
eat that
backside.
ass.
Oh my god, that's where all the flavor is, right?
Yeah, it's the
So
best.
I was at
Extra crust.
some restaurant. I'm not gonna name any names. It was named after a day of the week. You picking up what I'm putting
Is
down?
it Tuesdays?
Yeah, that's what it is. So I
Thursdays.
ordered a shrimp skewer, right? And like I said, my previous experience with shrimp, it's like all the work's done for me. So I get this skewer of shrimp, and I pull one off, and I think I pull the tail off. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so you took
And
that off.
I was like,
You stood to what
You're like,
you
I know how to do this.
Yeah,
you know,
I've been here before.
and so I threw it in there, and I was like chewing on it for a solid minute. I'm like, hey man, like it's kind of sharp. Like this shrimp's a little crunchy, right? And someone was like, "Did you take the shell off?" I was like, "They have shells." So
Shrimp do not have shells.
they got something.
No, they do.
Yeah.
But you would have thought they don't.
I would have thought that because, like I said, up until then, my experience was like, very minimal. So, yeah, long story short, I ate a fucking shrimp with the shell still on. I thought it was normal. I think I ate like 2 or 3 like that until finally someone was like, hey, you're supposed to take that off, right? So, for all of you out there who may be inexperienced, just know that not all shrimp are equal.
Are created equal.
Well, and I'll say this: like I've gone, I hang out with a lot of Hispanic people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I've gone to some parties and they're like doing things and they're fucking cooking shit up, and then they throw you some food and I'm looking like, why's this shrimp got fucking legs on it? You know what I mean? Like, the fuck is this? I've never seen a shrimp with legs.
Yeah.
And then they're like, so I'm looking at like, how do you eat this? So I'm looking around like, what are they doing? They're not even eating it. And so I'm like, fuck, I don't have any. And very much like you, Travis, I was like, well, just fucking eat it.
Yeah.
You know? And I eat it. I'm like, God, dude, they're picking shells out of my teeth and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And they're looking at me like, did you eat the whole thing? I'm like, hell yeah. And they're like, don't do that. And I was like, and they had eyeballs and shit still. And I was like, the fuck you, I'll eat it again. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm too deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh no,
I'm committed.
I did this on purpose.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it like this.
I used to eat it like this in Nam.
Yeah, yeah. I was in jail. You know what I mean, dude? You don't know nothing about it.
Fucking white guys.
Cool night. Nah, yeah, whatever, James. I was with shrimp with me. It was fucking ready. When it was presented to me, it was ready to go. It was deveined, deshelled, fucking. Like Travis said, the worst thing you had to do, pull a little tail off. And even then, I'm like, well, how much meat can you get out of this little shell?
For me,
You know what I mean?
that's the holder. I'm like, I'll eat everything else, and I'll just.
Well, that's how I do it now. Like, all right, toss that bad boy to the side.
Yeah.
But even that, like, shelled shrimp is too much effort for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just sitting there peeling this stupid fucking shrimp, and then, like, fuck the shrimp then. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Give me the muscles.
Yeah.
I like those shrimps because they're bigger. So like when I make like shrimp tacos or I cook with shrimp, I always buy the big ones with the shell on them and the legs and shit. But I just like them because of the size. So I always pull it off. I'm not gonna cook them fucking whole like that.
So but like you prepare it, right?
I prepare it. Yeah.
So if someone serves it to me and it's prepared, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you go to those crab boils, they throw them in there with the legs and everything too.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then the shit's all fucking sloppy with all the shit that's on it. And then they just give you a fucking piece of paper to put over a table, and I'm like, come on, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
a bib.
Give me a napkin, okay, dude. Like, come on, I need some things.
Crystal does a lot of the work for me. I'll be eating over here, and then all of a sudden I got a shrimp fucking peeled and crab leg. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way to live, right?
So
like you got to
like a
like
king,
that.
you know.
Well, some people though are just sitting there trying to survive. You know what I
Just
mean?
eating the whole fucking.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna eat this whole fucking thing.
He has a skewer. He's like, fuck it, I'll just
Use it as a toothpick.
Chewing on the skewer. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm gonna take this thing. Never mind.
Getting my fiber.
Yeah.
So, and now speaking of food, you know what I mean? Sometimes, man, like I'm gonna bring this up. This is actually a point Travis made earlier, but it's like you go to like Italian restaurant to name, because I think they do it for the most part, right?
Before we move on though, real quick, in regards to seafood, I would say my biggest complaint is it's not filling.
Yeah.
It depends.
Like you gotta eat a lot of it. So my point is like, I don't want to eat 50 shrimps.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna, if it's gonna be shrimp, it's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's only a few, or even the crab legs. I need like 10 pounds of crab legs to be full. So my biggest complaint, if I'm gonna complain about seafood, is that you need a lot of it.
Well, so that's why
it can't even be the main dish. It's got to be like a pasta.
It's got to be like an endless fucking appetizer.
Yeah.
Well, that's why, guys. That's why the brothers eat shrimp and grits. You
you
just
gotta
throw
pair
a few
it.
shrimp on there, and then you get the grits going, and that's some.
I can do like shrimp Alfredo.
And if anyone in the
scampi or
world can
something.
tell me what grits are, because I'm like, what are they? Just some like cornmeal mashed up? What the fuck is it? I don't know what it is, but I fucking can't get enough of it. It's just the most grainy. It's like malto meal. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't care. You know, I'll
sustenance.
You put some fucking cheese and shit in there. And it's just fucking top grade shit. Okay,
Grits.
I love it. I love grits. No, not easy grits. You fuck off with your easy grits. Grits are easy in itself. It's like making oatmeal.
I said cheesy grits.
Oh, I thought you said easy grits.
No.
He's like-
Cheesy grits.
He's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I had a mouthful of this pairing alcohol
you
for
did.
my main alcohol.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, cheesy grits. That's the move.
Okay, gotcha.
So now go ahead.
Okay, now
I
can I
just had to
jump in?
say that.
Yeah,
So,
that was
fair
my
enough.
beef.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
sometimes you go to an Italian restaurant, right? And then the big thing there is they're very like, would you like some fresh cracked pepper, or would you like some Parmesan? And it's a little awkward, right? Especially because they're sitting there, will tell me when. And like, you know, if you're me, I'm sitting there like, yeah, Parmesan this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then you got other people that are like, I don't want none of that. But they're very aggressive with it. They're very ready to do it. Like that's like, I feel like it's like the highlight of their day.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking Parmesan your fucking pasta tonight.
Yeah,
You know?
the pepper. I'm like, keep going,
Yeah.
keep going.
On both of them, I'm like, yeah, fucking.
more pepper. Come on,
Just give it to me.
what
Yeah.
are you doing?
And really, I'm like, you could have just put it on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have knocked this out.
How fun would that be if you did it yourself?
Yeah, it'd be, especially with their big fucking pepper crackers.
You're
I'm
like,
just
I'm pretty sure I can figure this out. Like,
Yeah. Just twist this knob.
oh, that's it.
Got it.
All right. Yeah,
This
I got
little
this.
knob up here is to
Right.
make it coarser.
Clockwise,
All
right? Clockwise?
Yeah,
All right, we got
I
this.
fucking got it. They don't trust you with it. They're like, you're dumb and you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And you'll use too much. And then you'll complain and we're not going to go through
You're
it.
gonna start a fire and leave a bad Yelp review.
They could be correct. I might. But so Travis, if you want to elaborate a little bit on the fact that you get a little annoyed about that.
I do, and I've I've like
Yeah, you do.
involuntarily.
Yes, you do.
I've involuntarily come across as kind of an asshole more than once. So at one time, and I'm not saying that I condone this, but we were at Olive Garden. And they come over and you know how they bring like a big salad, right? And so, or like even if you order a pasta dish, they'll come by and be like, "Oh, do you want some cheese on that?" And for the most part, like most people, and I get this, like most people like it, but I don't.
I'm looking for where's the cheese?
Yeah, I'm just saying they'll come over and they'll be like, "Do you want some Parmesan cheese on top of that?" You know, and so they have their little grinder thing and they do their fucking thing and you know, tell me when.
You have a grinder too, though, right?
I have a coffee grinder. And so I'm just like, they'll do their thing. They'll put their cheese on or whatever. You know, everybody comes around. And so I had already been drinking at this point. I'm referring to a specific incident. I had already been drinking a little bit, and you know me. And so we were at the Olive Garden, and I was kind of watching everybody get their cheese put on and stuff. And then I forgot, right? Like I lost track of what was happening. I was talking to somebody, and then the lady came to me, and she was like about to start putting the cheese on my pasta. I think I ordered like a shrimp Alfredo or something, funnily enough. And as soon as she like came over to me, I looked and I spotted out of the corner of my eye. I was like, get that thing away from me. I was so mad. I was like, don't even come near me with that. Like, I don't want any of that, because I do not like Parmesan cheese. Like the shit that comes in like the green can from Stater Brothers or whatever. Yeah. If I see that in the refrigerator or whatever, I'm taking that out and I'm throwing it over the wall into the neighbor's pool. Like, fuck that. I do not like Parmesan cheese.
I only recently found out you're supposed to refrigerate that. I've lived my entire life leaving it in the cabinet. I was at my friend's house the other day, and they put their butter on a plate in the cabinet, right? Like in the cabinet. And I need to bring this up because I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
They're European.
No.
White.
No.
Are they white?
Yes.
Because over there, they leave it out.
Yeah, okay, and leaving it out's fine. Like I leave a stick out, like, because if you want to make toast, it's nice, it's pliable. You know what I'm saying?
Pliable.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
It's
you know
tremendous.
what I mean? Now, but I'm like leaving out on a counter is one thing, but then taking it on a plate and then putting it back in the cabinet.
Do they have a little cover though?
No.
Because you know sometimes they have those little things.
Yeah, no. And I was like, what in the fuck is this? My mind was boggled. I'm mind blown. I was like, why the fuck are you putting that in the cabinet?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm on your
They're like, well, it keeps everything clean. And I was like, no, it doesn't. It's a cabinet. I was like, I could literally see into your cabinet from here. No, it does not. Okay? Whatever was going to get to it was going to get to it anyway.
Yeah, you need a cover on that.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Like, I leave my, like I have one that sits on the counter and then the rest are in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So depending on what you're doing, and because sometimes for like, you know, when you're baking something, sometimes you need room temp fucking butter, right? It does. And so now you have it already. I get that. Yeah. Okay, fine. But why are you putting it in a fucking cabinet? It's weird, all right?
Yeah, in the cabinet without a cover is weird.
Yeah.
Definitely fucking
and like
weird.
on a plate stacked on the other plates. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
dude?
really?
Yeah. Yeah, like you know you have a plate set.
Yeah.
It was like the plate on top was the one with the butter on it. I was like, what?
That house is not holy.
Oh my God, I couldn't. And I'm sorry for bringing it up, but I could not bring it up. Like I was like, what in the fuck is that? All right,
there's a workaround for that. They have butter that has like oil in it or whatever that makes it more spreadable. And so you just leave that in the fridge like a normal person.
Like
no. It's like proper butter, but it has like canola oil in it, so it's like more spreadable even when it's cold. So I'm like, that's the workaround. You don't have to leave
canola oil comes from a plant called a rapeseed. And they don't want to call it rape oil.
Canceled.
You know what I mean? So they call it canola oil. No, I'm dead serious.
Fair enough.
Dead serious.
A rape seed?
Rape seed.
Little trivia.
Yeah. I was watching a video about it. I watched some weird things.
Who the hell named that?
Yeah, what the fuck would a rapey do?
You could have found a different name, like anything.
Rape culture.
What a pervert, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, call that the rape seed. You know what I mean? Like, fucking weirdo.
Could have called it anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
I watched a movie with TJ Miller in it the other day, and I found an alien. It's called Underwater. Not a good movie. I don't recommend it. However, in the movie, they find this alien, and he goes, "What?" You know TJ Miller shit, right? Like
he's hilarious.
He's hilarious, but then like also
from Twilight.
I don't know because I've never seen Twilight, but she was like, yeah, maybe because she seemed like she could have been, but it came out last year, but And there he's like, oh, can we name it? You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. Like, just name an alien. Also, I watched the TJ Miller stand-up the other day, and he comes out, and he's like just pouring water on himself and all this. And I was like, dude, this guy's coked out of his mind. Yeah, like, that was the only thing I thought. Like, dude, he is so coked the fuck out. Yeah. And the stand-up was unbearable. It was like, I've seen him be really good.
He was cringy?
I've seen him like, he spins a wheel, and he just goes. Whatever lands on, he just goes with it. And I was like, that's really impressive. But then this one, I was like, wow, dude. Like I literally had to fast forward through it because I didn't want it to show like, you know, continue watching. I was like, I don't ever want to see it again.
Really? That bad?
It was that bad.
Wow.
It was terrible, dude.
Damn. That's
pretty bad.
The end of it, he's just spraying water on his face, and like he keeps pulling these different cans out. And I was just like, dude, this is so bad.
It's weird.
And I was like, you're better than this, TJ.
Yeah.
But and he opens up talking about like, yeah, I was at this party. It's just fucking coked out of my mind. And I was like,
You're
you
like-
are right now.
You're like, well, was that yesterday?
And was this earlier
Or,
this
like,
morning?
3
Like,
hours
what
ago?
the fuck was this?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like you just ended up here.
Jeez.
I was just like, man, that is bad.
If you guys haven't seen Silicon Valley, I would highly recommend it because his character in that show is like full on TJ Miller. And then even when he was in like Deadpool and stuff,
Yeah.
I
Office
was
Party.
yeah, I was just like, oh no, that's TJ Miller.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
No,
That's
yeah.
his character.
And so Office Party is a good movie.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, and I imagine too, like there's a balance there. And I just think, I think too, like it must be nerve wracking to get up and do something like that. So I can see how if that's
But
your world.
he's a seasoned pro, right? Like you.
Well, and I don't know when this one came out, right?
I
And that
see,
was the
I
thing
see,
too.
I see.
I never looked, but I was thinking about it later, and I was like, man, I've seen him be so much better than that.
maybe that was an early one or
Maybe,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe an off night.
But he's
Yeah.
wearing like a velvet shirt too, and I was like, that's weird in itself. And then
That's
he's
a bold
pouring,
move.
pouring water all over.
Velvet
it.
and corduroy, I feel like are bold moves.
Very bold.
I have a friend that wears corduroy pants.
Yeah. Shout out Tony.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I'm not knocking it. I'm saying
I'm
if
not
you got
knocking
the
it either.
confidence to rock it.
Not knocking it either. But
you
the
got the-
first time he wore it, I was like, "Are those corduroys?"
If you got the
dude? I was
confidence
like,
to
"Where did
rock
you get
it, then
corduroys
go
from?"
for it. But I'm just
I
like,
don't even know where to find corduroys, dude. Like I wish I did.
I want to say I haven't seen him in like 20 years, except on him.
yeah,
He rocks him though.
yeah,
he does.
He pulls them the
He
fuck
does.
off.
He
He
does,
does.
dude. And I'm just always like,
I'm low key jealous.
where did you get them?
Right.
I'd like a pair.
right.
I don't make noise when I walk.
And the texture is really nice. I feel like if
Yeah.
you were on something,
Can I see that?
yeah, please.
I have a corduroy jacket.
Yeah?
Like a winter jacket.
Mm.
I
With the fur on it. Like not fur, but like that.
Oh,
white-
yeah.
Kinda
Like the Levi's.
Like
Yeah,
like the jean jacket.
I have one
Yeah.
too.
I have
Yeah.
so I have a
jean
corduroy.
jacket. I have a bomber jacket. So we're talking about jackets. Fucking Nike sweater.
Oh, dude. So speaking of sweaters, I'm gonna go ahead and take this moment to shout myself out. I got that super awesome Men of Means hoodie that you gave me. The 1 year anniversary whiskey Men of Means sweater.
Oh, did you get yours?
Can't still win on
I,
his.
I sure did.
Wow, you
And
got yours.
I really love it, and I loved it like from the moment I got
so
it.
It's awesome.
And it's
That's pretty
fantastic.
nice.
It's amazing. It's the most comfortable sweater I've ever worn. The problem is there was like a slight little defect in one of the sleeves, like where the seam kind of like it was like a drop stitch, right? It wasn't a tear or anything. It was just like the sewing, like it just missed
Just
that
came
one
out,
little
yeah.
section, and it was right by the elbow. And so I was like, I don't want to not wear the sweater, but I'm scared that like if I'm putting it on, my thumb is gonna catch that hole and I'm just gonna like rip the whole thing down, right? So I was like, well, I gotta sew it up, right? But the problem is like I've never sewed anything ever, and so I was a little nervous. I was a little scared. But power of the internet, YouTube. I looked up a couple videos on how to sew things, and we had a sewing kit in the house. And the other morning, I was like, I'm gonna give this a go, and I did a ladder stitch, and then I did the double back stitch or whatever over the top of it, and that thing is like better than brand new. And I'm just gonna say, sewing is not as hard as you might think it is. So if you got some clothes that you're worried about, like just give it a shot. YouTube, like they explained it, like it was super easy. And I kind of got inspired. Like I kind of want to like make some clothes now, like see what happens.
Yeah.
I took home ec in junior high, and
Uh-huh.
Same.
even high school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, junior high. And my friends made fun of me all the time because I knew how to sew.
Yeah.
Something ripped, I was like,
Give me that.
Yeah, but that's
tomorrow I'll come back with it.
and that's so
And they're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
But I was like the last guy you'd expect to sew.
But that's
in
so
high
stupid
school.
that
Well,
like
same.
Right.
that's stupid that like that's a stupid stereotype or like a stupid thing to make fun of somebody for, because it's just like anything else. Like if you know how to fix a car, you're not gonna knock the guy for knowing how to fix a car. And so if you know how to fix a sweater or a garment, like why would you knock that? You know?
Well, I mean, and that's the world we live in, though,
Yeah.
right? It's just like, well, I don't know how to do it. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they weren't talking shit when I fixed the hacky sack. So
Oh hey,
I'm
there you
just
go.
saying.
But
Hey,
I'd say
speaking of
I took
hacks.
home ec in junior high too, and we had to make a pair of boxers.
Yeah.
And I sold a whole pair of boxers together.
Mm,
I remember going to the store and having them buy fabric and shit, and I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
want this happy face fabric.
mm.
And it's funny, Willie had the same class. We had different times we took the class, but Willie bought like the weirdest texture shit you'd ever see. Like it's not something you'd wear.
Corduroy?
Might as well be.
Some corduroy
It's like fucking
boxers.
velour boxers. They're juicy on the ass. You know what I'm saying? Dude, all right. No, but it was like some weird army, and it was weird. I remember it, but it was like some weird army print shit, dude. And he made his, and I was like, dude, this is the roughest shit. Like this is like sandpaper stuff. Okay, dude, like, are you gonna wear this? But no, we definitely made them, and I was like, yeah, this is legit.
Yeah.
And
No.
I was proud of myself.
Yeah, and yeah, you feel accomplished. Like I was like, I saved this sweater, right? Like, because I loved it so much, I didn't want to let it go, and I didn't want to take it somewhere and like pay for it, you know.
Right.
But
It
even
would've
still,
been like $3.
I was like,
I told him to cut the sleeves off.
yeah, he did. He was like, just cut it off, like Rocky style. Yeah.
Summer's coming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude.
Well, and that's the thing too is like
sew them back on
I
in the
fi-
winter.
I fix it. I fix it, and I was like so happy and proud, like that I wanted to wear it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 94 degrees
Yeah.
today.
I
So
wore a sweater today. I didn't give a shit.
You do wear sweaters.
I don't
also.
fucking care.
if you can rock it, like
Look, dude, I work in an office. I sit in the office, and it's cold in there, dude. So I'm like, inside, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I walk outside, I'm like, holy shit, welcome to the real world. You know what I mean? Versus
yeah.
road
Yeah, I'm a little
rules.
bit more active these days at my job. So like wearing a sweater, I'll get hot real quick.
Yeah, I don't
So.
do shit. I sit at a desk.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's fun.
That's
boring.
that's something to be envious of.
No, it's boring.
No.
I miss the old days.
Yeah.